Hey guys, welcome back. It's been another minute since I've actually sat down and filmed a video. I feel like I've been starting all of my videos off like that lately. It's just because I've been pre-recording a lot, especially the last month. It was obviously Thanksgiving, so we had family in town and it was just a super busy month, so I pre-recorded my last few videos just to kind of get ahead of things. But I'm back, wanted to jump back on and chat with you guys and talk a little bit about buying a house during the winter. I feel like it is kind of a big misconception that winter is a bad time to buy, and I see a lot of people waiting to, the warmer months to spring and summer to buy, and I totally disagree with that. So I kind of just wanted to talk through that with you guys and give you some reasons why it's a good time to buy during the winter, and yeah, let's jump on in. Okay, so reason number one that winter is actually a great time to buy, and this is a big one, is that there's less competition because a lot of people wait until spring and summer to buy. So that means if you're gonna be looking to buy during the winter months, so I would say anywhere from like Thanksgiving to February, probably March-ish, you're gonna have a lot less competition in terms of buyers, just because people are waiting. And that's a really good thing for you as a buyer, because it means, for one, just less interest in the available houses on the market. So less likely chances of getting into a bidding war or being outbid or just competing with other buyers in general for the same house. So that's a big one, less competition. Number two is that sellers are more motivated. Again, a lot of sellers like to wait until spring, summer, maybe even fall to wait to list their house. They avoid doing it in the winter because, there is less competition. But that means if they are listing in the winter, they are probably more motivated to sell, which means you might be able to get more favorable terms as the buyer. You might have some wiggle room in there. So that's a big one. Number three is that homes actually usually close a little bit faster when you buy during the winter, just because, again, it's less busy, there's less competition, which means lenders and title companies and all of the vendors that are included in the home buying process just don't have as much going on as they do in the spring and summer. So you usually have a little bit better chance of closing faster. Again, you have to be mindful of all the holidays because there is some delays around Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, things like that. But in general, homes do close a little bit faster. So if you're on a time crunch, that's another big reason to buy in the winter. Number four, I think we're on four, is that you can kind of test out a home and get an idea of the home's condition a little bit better, I would say, in the winter, just as opposed to seeing it in the spring and summer, especially if you live somewhere like here in Idaho. Obviously, we get a lot of snow and cold in the winter, so if you're looking at houses during the winter, you'll have a much better idea of, how they're going to stand up through the cold and all the moisture with the snow. You'll be able to see for yourself when you're walking through these houses, like, is the insulation good? Are there drafts through the windows? Things like that, that you just wouldn't really get as good of an idea of when you're seeing a house during the spring and summer. So that's just kind of a good little preview of what's to come, I guess, if you're gonna see a house during the winter. And number five is that, again, less competition means that all of the vendors included in the home buying process and in the moving process are just less busy, and it's going to be a little bit easier for your schedule and your timeline. And a big one for that is hiring movers. Obviously, a ton of people move during the spring and summer, and so people like movers just get booked up really quickly or don't have a lot of availability for pickup and drop-off times and everything like that. So again, winter is a really good time when it comes to movers, just because people are less busy, and there's going to be a little bit more wiggle room with your schedule, most likely. Bonus to buying in the winter, obviously, if you're looking at buying around this time, you most likely still have time to get in a house by Christmas, and if you love Christmas like I do, obviously that's a huge bonus. And either way, I just think being in a super cozy house for the winter is just always nice and fun. But yeah, I hope that helped. If you guys have been thinking about buying this winter, maybe you've been thinking about holding off till spring and summer. So I hope that just gave you a little bit of insight into why you probably don't need to do that. Obviously, it depends on your timeline, but if it works, I think winter is a great time to buy. So if you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that on the buying or selling process, Again, I'm a realtor here in southeastern Idaho, and I would be happy to help however I can. So until my next video, see you guys next time. Bye guys.